So I just started a new job, which we'll get into later. We'll dive deep into that later. But I have a little fun story that happened. So I'm working at a bar now, and half of my shifts I'm working on the floor at the bar, which means I check IDs, I watch the door, I clean up dishes, blah, 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 blah. So the first night I'm working the floor. This was about a week ago. First night I was working the floor. It was a Friday night. I was working the back door, which doesn't get used that often. But some people go through there. So I'm just sitting there, and this drunk guy that's already in the bar, he's holding a beer. He comes up to me and hands me his beer.
Okay.
And it's like half full and cold. Mm-hmm. And I like touch it and I go, "What's this?" And he goes, "You can have it." And I go, "No, I can't. Yeah. I'm working," because we're not allowed to drink at this job.
Right.
Some bars you are, but we're not.
But I feel like on the floor, you're still not allowed to just be drinking a beer.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. So I was like, "No, I'm not allowed to have it." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then I handed him his beer back to him. And then he just stares at me and smiles. And just, because I'm sitting on a stool by the door.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there smiling. And so I'm like getting uncomfortable. Yeah. And I'm going, so I go, "How you doing?" Dude, he started to like, I could see like in his eyes, like he like almost cried.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. He's like almost about to cry because I was like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
And
he's just like, nobody's ever asked me that.
Yeah, he looked like pain. I could see just his eyes just turn red and like tears. And I just go, "Oh, another one of those days, huh?" And he just shrugs and then walks away.
To kill himself, probably.
And I never saw him again the rest of the night. And I was like...
Neither did his family. God, what did you do?
I was like, what the fuck? What a weird way to start an interaction.
Yeah.
Like, try giving me his beer.
Yeah. What if he's like, "I think it's about time I finally quit drinking. My life's been shitty up until this point. I think alcohol is the reason. You know what? You have this, sir.
But also,
I can't. Have it back." And he's like...
Time to end it. Yeah. But also... Why are you giving someone a half drinking beer?
Yeah.
That's gross. First off, you're a stranger. Second off, I was just being friendly. Like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know? Yeah. Dude, it was like the weirdest because I was like, "Oh fuck.
Please don't did something.
Please don't break down in front of me."
Right.
So that's why I was like, "Oh, just one of those days." I was trying to like be friendly and no, dude, but then he like did like the little like put his head down, shrugged, and then just like slowly like did like this Snoopy walk from Arrested Development, you know, like the sad like I was like, "What the fuck?"
You did something that night.
This is my first night working the floor, so experiencing like drunk people, and I was dead sober, you know.
Yeah,
it was wild. I was like, "What's going on, dude?" I can't wait to have more experiences like that.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of stories from working at a bar now.
It's exciting, but we'll dive deep into that. This is the Moist Monday podcast. Thanks for listening. It's Pride Month.
Yeah, so hope you're having one of those days.
Yeah, hopefully you're having one of those days. Maybe crack a Bud Light. That's what we're drinking.
Yep.
Maybe paint your fingernails. Do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you feel.
Yours aren't painted.
Oh, I didn't have time today, but I'll paint them sometime this month. Maybe do something that makes you feel happy, because that's what gay's all about. Gay's happy.
I mean, yeah. That's what it's all about.
Let's get into it. Happy June, everybody. How you doing?
How you doing? Hey, bud.
Since I already mentioned it, I thought, let's just get it out of the way. So I got a new job. I'm working at Uptown, which is kind of wild because
that's where I work.
That's where Jacob works. But Jacob works in the warehouse. I work at the bar.
Yep.
Pretty badass. I'm just doing part-time because I do a lot of other things. And I'm back in school, which we'll get to, so now my schedule's super crazy. I feel like I'm flying 1,000 miles per hour, doing everything.
Does it feel good though?
Feels great.
Yeah. You haven't gotten paid yet though, have you?
No.
I think next Friday you'll get paid finally.
Hopefully. Yeah. Because I'm like, been working
they didn't give you the paperwork till way later too.
I still haven't filled it out. I finally got the email. I've been working for 2 weeks and haven't filled the paperwork yet. But so I got a job at Uptown, which is cool. I'm working the floor. So half the time I'm working back in the kitchen, which is pretty badass. I'm making pizzas because they sell pizzas there. Mm-hmm. And then I'm working door floor, which it means I'm checking IDs, cleaning up glasses.
Just wandering a lot.
Wandering around. It's honestly kind of boring.
Yep.
Doing door floor.
Because that's like when I work there at night and I do it to like repair the games. But if it's super busy, I can't get to any games. So I just wander.
You just wander around.
Just
and
do laps.
I do laps. And it's just like, I've been starting to learn how to walk really slow.
Sure.
Because if my normal walk is really fast and then I'm like, sometimes I do a full lap and people haven't moved at all. Yep. And I'm just like, I'm going too fast.
Do you have it where you're worried that you're making women nervous?
Yes.
Because remember me telling you about that, where like I've noticed like women like pick up their drinks because they've seen me walk past 3 times.
Dude, well, luckily I'm wearing an up-down shirt that says staff on the back.
Right.
But I do laps, and sometimes like a girl will see me at a machine, and I'm just like, oh, hey, little head nod, you know? Yep. And I keep walking, and then I just keep walking past her. I'm not walking past her on purpose. It's just part of the lap.
Yeah.
And then she'll move, and I'll just walk past her again, and like she'll always just like be like, what are you doing? Yep. This is my job. I have to walk around.
I have to stare at you.
Yeah. And I'm not like, I'm looking around for dirty glasses or spills or
just happen to be ass level.
Yeah, it's not I don't want to be looking at you, but you happen to be cute. So then I am looking at you. So it's been kind of fun. I really like the kitchen.
Sure.
The kitchen's really dope.
Which is wild because it's the last place I'd want to be there.
Oh, yeah. I like it because you don't have to deal with people. You're back in this little hallway and you're making pizzas. Time goes so fast. I burnt the fuck out of my thumb.
I forgot about that.
It's almost healed, but it's still wrinkly. Like I literally... So there's these pans that you put your pizza on and then throw it in this brick oven. And then you take the pan off halfway through so then it can cook on the brick or the stone oven or whatever. And so you use the pan for the next pizza you're prepping. And I just taken this pan out, put it on top, went to go prep it and grabbed it with my thumb. It was out of the oven for 30 seconds. And the oven is 500 degrees. Sure. So I like legit grabbed it and moved it. And I was wearing gloves. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I made a mistake. And it hurt so bad. I kept my gloves on for a while. And then I was like, damn, it still fucking hurts. So I ran over some water, still wearing the gloves. And then took it off. And it was just a giant blister.
Like probably like an inch across blister.
Dude, it was, man. And it hurt for days. And then a few days later, it like eventually popped and I was peeling the skin off. And God, it's still tender. And it's right where I grab things.
Yeah.
Fucking
right
sucks.
Pincher.
But it's fun, dude. It's fun to make pizza. And
how many pizzas do you think you make a night?
Slow night. Probably 15.
Okay.
So not bad because a pizza will last like about an hour and a half in the cooker.
Sure.
So if it's not busy, then I don't have to make one for a while, you know?
Yeah.
But on a busy night, fuck, dude, we're flying through pizzas.
Cool.
So it's really nice.
And it's good pizza.
And it's great pizza. And I take home so much free pizza.
I bet, yeah. So that probably solves a lot of your issues.
At the end of the night, yeah, free food. Mm-hmm. I get to eat on the job. And what's super cool is you get a free Red Bull every time you work. So I'm always cracking a Red Bull. And you get a free slice, even if you're working door floor.
That's
so
nice.
You can just be like, if you are bored, you can just have a free slice of pizza. But a lot of times I'm not hungry.
Sure.
But it is weird. Like going at 7, stay till bar closed, so I don't get home till 3 a.m. I don't get home till 3 a.m. sometimes. So that's wild. I was working door a few days ago for my second door shift, and it was bar closed. And there were these group of women hanging out with these dudes. You know, and they were hammered.
Sure.
They had ordered like a bunch of pizza. They were making a mess. I think
you see people falling on the stairs.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet, but those stairs are scary.
Quite a bit.
But they were making a mess. I think one girl dropped a glass, of course. And so it was bar closed, and I was starting to pick up chairs and sweep. Mm-hmm. And I'm like by this group, you know, cleaning up their mess for them, even though we're like, get out.
Yeah.
And they're not. And this girl, I will say, very cute, very attractive. She turns to me and grabs my arm.
Oh.
And she's a little bit shorter, so she looked up to me and she goes, I just want you to know that you are very attractive.
Oh. Yeah. That's nice.
And I was like, oh, wow.
I'll take it. You start crying.
Yeah. That's when I start tearing up. But I was like, oh my God, thank you. Obviously, you're hammered.
Yeah. But
why do you have to, she like grabbed me. She like had to make a point. And I was like, oh my God. Like it like made my night, dude. Yeah. It was awesome.
That's a good one. The best I've gotten there is a girl says, this is when I had the mustache. She's like, I love your mustache. It reminds me of my dad's. I'm like, I don't, that makes me feel like your dad's dead. And like, now you're just seeing him and me, and I don't like that.
But then also, it could be like it could be sexual too.
Which is also super uncomfortable.
Because some women are into that where it's like, you remember my dad, I want to fuck you. Just yikers, dude. Dude, what was wild is when I was working door floor, so Uptown in Des Moines is right next to a concert venue.
Yep.
So there's like a bunch of people walking outside the bar and stuff. 2 people got so drunk they were getting sick outside the bar.
Yeah.
And I was like,
from the venue, you think? Or
from the venue, okay. I think. Yeah, because it was like a metal show.
Yeah.
One person.
Was that Dying Fetus?
No, not that time. It was a different show. But one person was on the trash can getting sick, but the trash can has like a weird lid. So like it was all over the trash can. It was disgusting. And I was like, damn,
not
just
your job.
Fucking head. Yeah, but it was funny to watch.
Sure.
And then another lady was sitting, there's like a bench right outside. And she was just, dude, she was so hammered.
Get some more.
And she was getting all over the sidewalk. And I was like, And she was on the bench for like an hour and a half. Like that's how drunk she. And people were taking care of her. I was like, Jesus Christ! And like the first person, I looked at my phone, 8 o'clock on a Friday. I was like, dude, what, you going that hard that fast? Fucking wild, dude. It is insane. It's kind of fun working at a bar because I get a people watch and I get it is wild how many regulars we have.
Yeah. The fun thing about Uptown is just the nerd regulars where they come in with headphones and they just play games.
Like they don't even come to drink.
No, they'll get a water and then do a lap.
And
I love that.
They literally just, and people go, oh, you'll start to recognize them. You don't even ID them. They just walk in and go to a machine and they'll like pull up a chair.
Because I love them because they'll let me know if something's wrong.
That's because they're actually diving deep
they've
into
been
the
like,
game.
yeah, this button's a little sticky. I'm like, cool, I'll get right on it. Let me know if it's better next time. Like they're my favorites because they like the games, they appreciate the games.
And they're not going to ruin the games.
It's the shit faced people that terrify me around the games.
Yeah, because people are so rough with shit, and like people try putting drinks on the arcade cabinet
on the top of them.
Yeah, and they're just slanted. Yeah, it's wild, dude. But it's fun, dude. It feels good to be working.
Yeah, and you and I have not seen each other at work yet either.
Yeah, because you work days and I work nights.
Yeah.
It is wild. I'm going to be hosting a tournament coming up, and there's talks that Gaming Off the Grid will be hosting some tournaments at Uptown, which has been the dream for like years.
And I've been pushing it for months, and then I was finally like, hey, you know my buddy I've been telling you about? You hired him.
Yeah, he just started working there.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, Robert. I'm like, yes, so get him involved with that.
Yeah, so now I've only been there for like 2 weeks, but I'm freaking...
Hosting something tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm hosting someone in 2 days, which is wild. I can't wait. Hosting a skee ball tournament. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've never done a tournament before, so I'm going to figure it out on the fly. And
hey, I built those skee balls.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be fun, dude. But it is, I've realized that I'm a night person. Sure. From working this job is like, I cannot get up in the morning. I'm a snoozer. Like mornings are bad. That's why I was always so bad at my other job because I have to get up so early, and then I would ruin my day by not showing up. But now showing up at 7 p.m., fucking, I'm wide awake. I'm ready to go, and it doesn't bother me to stay up late. So I'm like, I think I thrive in this. I mean, it sucks working that late and then having to do things.
Day stuff too.
I have to do day stuff and then also trying to plan stuff with other people sucks because it's nights.
Yeah.
But it's working out great for me.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, but it is wild because like when you get home, you can't go straight to bed.
Right, yeah, you still have to unwind.
You have to unwind, so I don't go to bed till like 4:30 sometimes, and it's wild.
So that's
like when Wes wakes up.
Right. That's gotta be like when you start closing down, just pop a melatonin there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then just go home.
I try to like save my Red Bull for like 11 when I get a little tired, just to get me through the last couple hours, and then I usually eat a slice of pizza on my walk back to my car. So that's my dinner, which is so I don't have to eat when I get home.
But like, I don't know, get a macaroni and cheese pizza. It's not bad. It's filling.
A couple days ago, I took home fucking 5 slices.
And also, one slice is a meal.
Yeah, one slice is giant. So I took home 5 slices like in a box, and that was my meal for the next 2 days. It was dope. I was like, this is free.
Yeah.
I got paid to make this and eat it.
That's something. Yeah.
It's dope as fuck.
I mean, I guess I get paid to make video games and then play them. That's super nice too. Yeah.
It is cool when you're working the floor. If it is slow, you can test the video games.
I ask you to, please, so I can fix shit.
You only can play you don't want to be stuck on a machine for hours.
No, but you want to play a level,
Play a level or two. So if you're bored, it's just like pop a coin in and play a level. Yeah. Eventually I want to play everything and just be like, this game sucks or this game's great.
Yeah, it's nice to know. Do you have a favorite in there right now?
I mean, I really like Robotron.
Robotron is sick.
That game is badass.
Anyone who doesn't know, it's where all the controls are just 2 joysticks.
It's a twin stick shooter.
Yeah, and then one stick makes you move, and the other is just the direction you shoot.
It's like early Smash TV and stuff like that. It's badass. I was working door on Friday. Getting out the back door, so super slow. This guy comes around the corner, and he goes, "Where are the good games at?" And I go, they're all around.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to say to that? Are you trying to be a jokey? Or
or like you asking for recommendations?
Yeah, I don't know what. And I just said, they're all around. And he goes, okay. Like, I was like, dude, dealing with drunk people is annoying. And then also, like, I'm checking IDs. It's frustrating how many people don't have their ID.
Sure.
Like, you're out drinking and you're going to a bar. What the fuck?
Also, like, I have my wallet on me.
Exactly. Like, where's your ID? And like, I ID'd this one lady. I mean, she was a little bit older, but I was like, I knew at this. So I was like, I probably should just get in the habit of checking IDs. And I was like, hey, can I see your ID? And she goes, are you really going to make me get it out?
Yeah.
I was like, this is my job. Like, and she started like throwing like a fit. And I was like, come on, dude. Like, this is my job. Okay. Like, I'm not trying to be an ass, and you do look old enough.
But
like, come on.
You get in trouble if you don't do it.
Just show it to me. Sometimes I am like, you're good.
Yeah.
But like when they fight it, I really buckle down.
It's fun.
Because it's a power trip. And technically, I can refuse entry.
Yeah, you are the guardian of that door.
I can say, oh, nope, you can't come in. It's kind of fun. I haven't said no to anybody yet because that terrifies me.
But that's been an issue with some of the other door people.
They say no?
No, I heard one where it was for this old lady's like birthday, but she was like in her 60s. And then she didn't have her ID, and then the person didn't let her in. And so the manager hears about it, like, what are we doing? No, it's fine. Like, please come in. She was like, I don't want to now.
Oh my God.
So it was like a group of like older people, and they thought it'd be fun to go to an old arcade.
To go to an old arcade and live their glory days.
But no, like she was literally like in her 60s.
Yeah, so definitely old. Yeah, that's when I'm like, oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Or like if you say it and then they're like, I don't have it, like, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I can look past this.
I believe you. You don't look 21. Yeah. There is a few people that come in and I'm like, you look like a 12-year-old. And then I look at their ID and they're like 22 and I'm like, you are legal, but what the fuck?
No, I mean,
you look like a baby.
I don't know what like the ages are anymore.
I can tell when people are my age.
Sure. But
like, I'm like, oh, you're an adult.
I forget that we're late 20s now.
Yeah.
That we're not early 20s anymore.
Usually when I'm like, oh, you look like me, I check their ID. It's usually 96 to like 85,
sure.
like when they were born, so they're like late 20s or early 30s. But it is wild. Like you can just tell in like people's eyes.
They saw the towers fall.
Yeah.
There's
pain behind those eyes, dude.
They're post or pre-towers. Yeah.
Dude, that guy was upset about the towers. That's when I asked her how he's doing.
There's a fucking wall. There's a picture of the towers behind Tupac right next to that door.
Is it really?
Yeah, no, the Twin Towers are in the bar.
I did. Whoa, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, like literally. So where you stand for there, back up, look at the door, right to your left.
Oh my
fucking
God.
Biggie in front
so
of the
he was
Twin
looking
Towers.
at the towers.
Like, one of those days, one of that day.
I did find a framed photo of Michael Jackson. Have you seen that?
No, it's on top of the bar
on
downstairs,
top of the bar,
right?
Yeah, there's a hidden. So Michael Jackson's always with us. No, rest in peace.
Well, we removed the Michael Jackson video game.
Oh, Moonwalker?
Yeah, just because nobody plays it. But
that game's great, though.
The bar, I think, in Milwaukee or Minneapolis, they requested it to be removed because he's a pedophile, they say.
I get it. But also, it's a
Michael Jackson video game.
It's a good game.
Where he turns into a robot if he finds a monkey. Like, and then it's also, a great game.
You save kids, though.
Yeah.
And then also, your power move is you dance.
And then everyone joins you and then dies.
But it's also, what's wild is it's multiplayer, and then it's just you can do up to 4 Michael Jacksons.
It's 3 on these. It's a 3-person arcade.
So you get 3, but it's different colored Michael Jacksons.
Blue, white, and red, I believe.
It's fucking bad.
Just a bunch of Michael Jacksons. You all dance separately, and as you shoot backwards because you moonwalk.
Yeah, because you're moonwalking.
But you literally go around saving kids.
It's got, and every time you save a kid goes, Michael.
If you find Bubbles the Bubbles the monkey, you turn into a robot.
That's awesome. Dude.
Yeah,
that's just pure 90s.
It's a game he created.
Yeah. I think we have that for a console. I think that's on Super Nintendo or something. Yeah. I think I beat it on Super Nintendo once.
Wow.
Yeah, which is pretty badass.
I want it back at the bar already. But yeah, a couple of the locations have removed games. One of them that they removed because it's racist was Guardians of the Hood. And that is a rough game. It's a fun game, but it's literally you're a bunch of white people and you just go to the hood and beat up minorities, basically. And
what the fuck? It's like a beat 'em up?
Yeah. It's a really fun beat 'em up. It's the same people who made like Pit Fighter.
Okay.
So it's still that visual of where it's like people acting.
Yeah,
but
it's like live action. Or whatever.
But like that is basically the plot of the game because they told me about that. I was like, no, it's just a fun game. And then I play. I was like, oh shit, yeah, you're right.
Also, why is it called that?
Guardians of the Hood.
Guardians of the Hood.
Yeah. It's when they removed that. I was like, that's fair.
I've never played it. I've never heard of that.
I will say the worst game I've seen so far. It's called Desert Assault. Definitely made post towers. It is, you're like 4 badass Americans and like your secondary is literally a nuke.
Yes.
But you just go and you just light Middle Eastern people on fire. And like,
oh Jesus.
And like the attract screen is you running around with a flamethrower and you just hear them screaming. I'm like, oh my God,
holy
this is horrible.
Shit.
Yeah. It's called Desert Assault. It's a 4-player game.
I mean, I kind of want to play it.
It's a fun game, but you're just like, ugh. This is when America really thought they were the best.
I mean, one of my favorite like-on games is Target Terror.
So I told you about this one. That one,
Target Terror is awesome.
They also tried to remove that, claiming it was racist. And I played the game. I was like, no, it's just white people wearing sunglasses are the villains.
Yeah, exactly. It's live action, so that's really cool. It's Area 51.
It's Area 51, Max Force, all of those.
It's exactly like that. But Target Terror, it's a Konami game. It's fucking badass. I think Konami might have also done No, Midway did
Yeah.
Area 51 and Maximum Force. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Konami did Target Terror.
I think it's someone else under Konami then, because it's a different title. Usually shooters are somebody else, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Konami did the release of it for the home.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can play it. It's on the Wii. We have it for the
That's
Wii.
fun.
It's fucking badass with the motion.
Well,
with the
because
gun.
shit, what's the zombie one?
House of the Dead.
Because that's Sega, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
which is
Sega,
wild.
yeah.
Because that's probably the best thing Sega ever made for like cabinet.
Yeah, I think House of the Dead fucking is their. I mean, House of the Dead's one of my favorite cabinets too.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I've played it so much that I'm like trying to find new ones and play new ones. Yeah, it's fun working at a bar, dude.
Yeah, and
It is wild because I feel like my work career is backwards.
sure.
Like I feel like a lot of people start working at a bar and then they get a full-time job as
Yeah.
like doing the trade work. So as a carpenter. No, but I did like 6 years of a carpenter and now I'm working at a bar. Like
Sure.
I'm doing like the reverse track.
Yeah. I mean, I think about my like professional career too. I went welding to FedEx.
Yeah.
To now
It's
I'm
reversed. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing arcade tech. So
Right,
that's,
yeah, but
that's better
still-
than just being a bar back.
if we go money wise though, it's reversed too.
Yeah, mine's reversed too.
I'm making the least amount professionally, but I'm the happiest I've been.
Yeah, and I'm really enjoying it uptown
Yeah.
too. They don't pay the greatest, but
You make enough.
I make
there, though.
enough, and it's just I just needed a part-time job.
Well, also if you really lock down that host corner, I
Yeah.
bet you can talk into some money.
Yeah, I bet if I can stay at hosting tournaments and,
Yeah.
and climbing up, and yeah, it's fucking dope. I will say I've been trying to get a part-time job for like a month and a half, and I don't know why it's so fucking hard to find a job nowadays.
Because they say nobody's applying, but really it's no one's receiving interviews. I feel like.
Everybody's. I thought everyone was hiring, and
That's what they say.
And I applied for so many jobs, never heard back.
You had one interview with like Lowe's.
I had
right?
one interview for Menards, which I
Menards.
thought would be a dope job. They paid great. The hours would have been dope.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been awesome. I feel like with my carpenter experience, it would have been a great place.
You get the smell of wood all day.
Yeah, like I would have done great there. Had an interview, nothing. They finally sent me an email that was like weeks later.
Yeah.
That was like, we went with someone else.
Cool.
Cool. But what the heck?
Yeah.
But then literally I applied for Uptown and worked the next day. She hired me on the spot,
Wonder
working the
why
next
you
day.
got hired on the spot.
Yeah, because I said I knew Jacob,
Yeah.
which is wild. But it was,
I got some pull there now.
I was literally like running out of options. Like I applied for Costco.
Yep.
Didn't hear anything. I applied for,
Which like no offense to the people who work at Costco, but I feel like anyone could
I
work
know.
at Costco. Like
it's fucking weird.
anyone should be able to be a bag boy.
Yeah, I applied at the grocery store near me. Nothing. Like, don't those places need help?
Yeah.
Like,
And don't they need someone with a pulse?
someone with part time that
Yeah.
actually can talk to people. Yeah, it's wild. But I'm glad I finally got something, and it's been weird getting used to my school schedule with this schedule because I get off work at 3 and then classes at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. But luckily, I just have one in person class.
Sure.
Yeah, so we might as well, since I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
School started. Summer school started. Back in school. You know, freaking feels
A
great.
whole lot happening for
Yeah, I
you.
know, dude. I feel like it's wild. I was taking 3 classes. I did drop one.
Which one did you drop?
I dropped small business startup
All right.
because I'm gonna have to take it eventually. This is the second time I've dropped it.
Jesus.
But because I was taking 3 classes and then work started, and then I was like, I can't keep.
You let work start harder than it was supposed to because you didn't set any like
No, because I was
parameters.
like, I need hours.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I can't do all of this.
Sure.
Plus weekly YouTube, plus weekly podcast. I mean, obviously that stuff's for fun, especially the podcast.
Yeah, where you lose money.
But these are my priorities, and so I was like, I can't keep up with all the homework plus the work schedule.
That's fair.
So I'm not taking 2 classes. So studio photography,
Yeah.
which is fun. That one's in person, taking photographs, and then the other one is social media marketing,
Okay.
which is dope, and it's really
That
fun.
will be more helpful too.
Well, and it's like I'm learning just great things where I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I could apply to our social media, Game Off the Grid social media, and it's just
up down social media.
up down social media. Like,
I think we could take over marketing there.
yeah, just freaking, we're gonna be the kings of the cade.
I hope so. It's just gotta get past the higher ups.
There's been a lot going on. The weather's nice.
Yep.
I'm gay now. No, I'm just kidding. It's gay month. And then just this month coming up is going to be wild too. I'm going to California.
Yeah.
Going to Montana. Whew. I just feel like I don't have time for anything.
hanging on,
I went
yeah.
from having so much time.
And like where you're taking 3 naps a day.
Yeah, which we'll get to because I have a story that kind of relates to that later. A little teaser for that is Satan won. That's all I'll let you
All
know.
right.
But I literally went from having so much time in the world to like no time. Like I literally haven't like watched a movie I watched a movie last night because I got home at a decent time and I didn't have anything to do this morning. So I was like, oh, I gotta watch a movie. But then as I was watching the movie, I was falling asleep because I was so tired. Just like But it is nice to be busy.
Speaking of movie, we're happy to announce the Moist Movie of the Month.
Oh, yes. For June's Moist Movie of the Month.
And this was a recommended one. I know very little about it. I'm excited to watch a movie I know like very, very little about. We were watching Saltburn.
Saltburn.
It'll be our first modern movie.
This is our first modern movie. I've heard a lot of things about this. I know about one scene.
I think it's the big scene. I know some about it.
I don't know why or what or anything about it. I don't even know. Yeah. This movie was really popular for a little bit, a few months ago maybe. We're going to watch it for June. So make sure you watch it. Send us your email, moistmoneypodcast@gmail.com, with your thoughts, feelings, and reactions to Saltburn.
It is available on Prime.
And it's also on Netflix, right?
No, it's a Prime movie.
Oh, it's a Prime movie.
So it's free if you have Amazon Prime.
Okay. I don't, so I'll be buying that.
Okay.
It's digital only, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
they don't have
probably.
a physical. I think this movie's fucked up.
I think so.
That's what everyone's like. I was talking to a girl one time and she watched it and she's like, please watch this
and like,
so I can talk about it. And she just goes, I just have so many things to say. And I'm like, then tell me. And she's like, no, it won't make. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah. Well, now you'll know.
Is it scary?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I'm going to watch it alone.
Yeah.
I'm
nervous. The Moist Movie of the Month for June.
Saltburn. Whew. Burn that salt off your dick when you're fucking the grave.
I think that's what's happening.
I think.
What is that saying?
That's what he does.
When you're fucking the grave?
I think that's the scene.
Oh.
I think there's a
that's
scene in the
not
movie.
The scene I know about.
Oh. Well, I'm spoiling something for you.
All right, well.
I think there's a scene where a guy fucks a grave.
I guess we'll find out.
What the hell? Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
even know who's in it. I don't even know.
So get your emails in for that by the end of the month.
I'm excited but nervous for this one.
Me too.
But again, it's a movie we don't know anything about.
Yep.
And it's a modern movie, so we're getting out of the 1990s.
The year 1990, basically.
All of them have been from 1990 except for In Search of Dr. Seuss. That was like 94.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we'll go back to the 90s after it. Maybe.
We'll see.
We always decide the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's time for a taste test.
Ooh, a segment time.
So what we have here is something I assume is new because I saw it at the grocery store the other day and never seen it before. It is Powerade Sour.
What the fuck?
Which it's Powerade Sour green apple flavor because I assume that'll be the most sour, but this is a horrible idea, I assume.
What the hell?
Because for me, Powerade is basically like a health potion where it's just like if I'm hungover or super sick, a blue Powerade and a nap is kind of a cure-all.
I
for
only
me.
buy Powerade if I'm sick or hungover.
Yeah.
And then Gatorade is for athletes.
Yeah, it's for sports, especially like the yellow Gatorade is really if you're like working
Electrolytes,
out.
yeah.
And like red is for like
Sometimes
road trip.
I'll buy a Gatorade if I'm hungover too.
Sure.
Because
So,
of
like,
electrolytes.
Blue Powerade is the move.
But
here.
also, why would you want a sour Powerade even if you're using it for sports?
Yeah, like
Powerade's not a drink you just casually enjoy, I don't think.
I'm sure some
people
do.
probably do it because they don't drink beer. But this is just wild.
It is
50% more electrolytes than the leading sports drink. I'm guessing they're talking about
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Gatorade, right? All right, well, cheers, bud.
I don't know about this.
I hope it's crazy.
You said there
sour.
were other flavors?
Yeah, I don't remember what they were though.
I'm guessing a blue raspberry or like a cherry. This is green apple.
Well, it's barely sour at all. It's barely green apple.
What the fuck? I mean, it's only 80 calories.
I guess, but
This tastes like a Powerade.
I mean, it is a Powerade.
No, but like there's... you get a hint of green apple.
And like... And no hint of sour.
No hint of sour.
Lame. All right. So if you really like the green apple flavor, this is just a green apple Powerade.
I mean, this is what it should be.
Yeah.
This is what it should taste like for being a Powerade, but not what I...
For sour Powerade,
and also,
yeah.
you wouldn't buy this because you would think it'd be sour.
Yeah, but it's not. If you enjoy sour things, this is nothing.
It's not sour at all. Like, it's not bad.
No, I'll bring the rest of this to work tomorrow and drink it. And
This just tastes like a green Powerade.
yeah. Damn. I was hoping it was like dumb sour.
Like, dude, that's what I was expecting because they're branding it as sour. Like,
Right.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
But no, it has the same amount of like flavor that any Powerade does, which is not much.
Which is watered down fucking flavor.
full of electrolytes.
This is no sour, dude.
lame.
Dude, what? This is blowing my mind. Like,
of how much it's not blowing your mind.
like fucking, if you're gonna call it sour,
Make it sour.
make it
But
sour.
there's literally no sour in it.
Make it a fucking warhead flavor. You know.
So, I mean, if you enjoy the flavor of green apple and you hate sour stuff, you can drink this.
If you enjoy the hint flavor,
Right, yeah.
Like, it's barely green
Yeah.
apple. The color is more extreme than the taste.
Than anything else about it.
Yeah, and it's just green color that's kind of see-through. Wow, that's like
A letdown.
a letdown, but also if it was sour, it would be a letdown too.
Well, it would just be, why does this exist?
Yeah.
Where this is just
Who's buying this?
me. And I'm sure a couple other podcasts out there.
Yikes, dude. Yeah, dude, products are now being made for people to test.
Do taste tests,
for people to do them on podcast.
Yeah, that was the Moist Monday taste test. That was lame.
Fucking wild.
I was hoping it'd at least be some sour.
Yeah, there's
None.
like it's actually leaving in my mouth like more like is it making my mouth dry?
That's something that Powerade does for some
It's
reason.
a health drink.
Yeah. All right. That's stupid.
Gross. All right, so let me tell you something that happened literally this morning.
Okay.
So I woke up.
Breaking news.
This is wild, dude. I don't even know how to react to this. So I woke up to my sister texting me at like 1 a.m.
Oh shit. Okay.
and it was a screenshot from Facebook.
Okay.
She literally just said WTF. Somebody sent her a friend request.
Okay.
And it was a girl I dated like 2 years ago.
Okay.
The girl I dated for like 3 months that all of a sudden was great
Yeah.
and then wasn't.
Yeah.
She sent my sister a friend request today.
Okay.
What?
Huh.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Because she's the one that ended it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, what the fuck? And then my sister goes, I'll add her just so I can
See what
just so I can
the
see
point
just so I
was,
can
yeah.
see the tea.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? So then I was texting my sister about it, and I was like, the girls that I date, and we've talked about this before,
Yeah.
weirdly get obsessed with me.
And you don't do anything.
But like this one was blowing my mind because it's been years. And
Is
we
there
dated for 3 months.
Is there any way that they could have connected otherwise? Are you still Facebook friends with her?
She blocked me on everything.
Wild.
So I'm guessing she's trying to find a way to see but all my stuff's public.
Yeah, that's true.
So she could see it even though I can't see her stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, so I was like, what the fuck? And so I told her, like, girls are weirdly obsessed with me. Doesn't make any sense. And then she was talking to my other sister about it,
Yeah.
and she was like, oh, I think I know why. It's because you have a kind face. And I was like, oh, yeah, makes
I mean,
sense.
that one girl said, just so you know, you're very attractive. What
Yeah.
the fuck she said.
Yeah, you're very attractive. But then also it's the Panera girl for you have a kind face.
I remember that,
which was
yeah.
an old episode we talked about. I'm very just confused.
Sure.
Like, what's the move there?
If she comes crawling back, do you let her?
I don't know, dude.
Because I feel like the way you always do it, if they're like, can I come over? And you're like, I'm busy. And they're like, it's okay. I'm like, and then you're just like, all right.
I mean, like, if she tries really hard and then messages me, I think I still have her phone number.
Sure.
If she like texts me out of the blue and she's like, hey, I'd probably be like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like
They
nonchalant.
just don't care.
And then like,
I think that's what gets them is the nonchalant.
and then I'm nice to them.
Nice enough.
Like, I don't get it, dude.
I think the bar's pretty low also.
Yeah. But it's like, it's so wild because I was like, forgot she existed.
Sure.
And it's just very confusing because she was like all in and it was going great. Like we were officially dating, but not because she was like, I want to do like a 3-month trial run. That's what she said.
Cool.
And then at the end of the 3 months, guess what? Trial
Expired.
Trial
Yeah.
expired.
She deleted the account. Yeah.
Yeah. So she broke up with me, fucking ended it. And then 30 seconds later, blocked me on everything. Like it was like a crazy breakup.
But like,
And I was like, what the hell?
But like, wasn't the breakup just because you posted a silly photo once?
Well, yeah, she was mad about that, but that wasn't why.
Oh, okay.
I think she was just tired of that I'm busy all the time
Sure.
and that I was too silly,
Sure.
which I think that's great.
Yeah, if anything, you're busier and sillier now. So
I know.
if she comes back, she's trying to date a hurricane.
She should know better. It's not like I changed my ways. People don't change.
Well, now you have a job.
I had a job when I did it. This was 2 years ago.
No, true.
But it's also
Yeah.
when I was in a band that practiced 2 hours away.
Right. Forgot about that. That's fair.
Yeah, so that was a lot of time. And then it was also when I was living with my buddy, when I was living with Jaden.
Oh, really?
I was dating her when I was living with Jaden. So
That was like 2 months.
yeah, so that was also weird.
And you had a DUI at that point too.
Yeah, so I also couldn't. Yeah, I had a blower in my car.
Which, women love that.
She was fine with it. We went to like Davenport one time,
Yeah.
3 hour drive
Just everyone's well.
in my car. Yeah, so I had to blow in it, and she was fine with it.
Yeah.
You know,
I heard because I had a buddy who had that too, but like condensation would build up, so it would go off, and then he had to like pull over and wait for it.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
it was brutal. That really sucked. But I'm just like confused by it, dude. What are you doing? And also like middle of the night, like what are you doing?
1 a.m. is wild too.
No, Saturday night, like she was probably maybe drunk and then
drunk scrolling, sure,
reminiscing or something,
seeing what she missed.
Yeah, and then my sister was like, "You're the one that got away," and I'm like,
"No, she shooed you away. She white fanged you."
I was like, "She's the one that fucking
threw a rock at you and like, get out of here.
Go on, get." It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious. I'm like, well, now you're friends with her. Yeah. Tell me what's going on with her.
How is she?
Because I'm blocked on every. I did look her up. I was like, maybe she unblocked me. Nope, still blocked. So maybe I'll just be like, hey, can I see your Facebook? I'm just kind of curious.
Poke her through that.
Can you still poke on Facebook?
I don't know.
I used to poke people all the time.
I remember once I had, this was like after I left college, and I went to my Facebook and I looked at like the poke thing, and there was like 3 girls I had a crush with, and they all poked me while I was in college. I was like, son of a bitch.
And then
just didn't know how they were flirting.
And then it's too late to poke them back.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is wild to do a delayed poke.
Yeah, it's like years later.
I would do it.
Sure.
Because I'd be like, you'd be a list of them and you just hit a button to do it. So you're like, okay,
let's go.
Do them all.
I remember once I was going through an unfriending thing, and instead of unfriending somebody, I poked them, and then they poked me back, and then I unfriended them. So definitely, I was like, hey, watch this. Gone.
Yeah, you're letting them know that I'm unfriending. That's a power move, dude. It's hilarious. I'm just still trying to figure out why girls get fucking obsessed with me.
Okay.
That was her name.
Yeah, that is a wild one.
It's weird.
To the point where I met her and liked her.
Yeah. I think my sister met her one time.
Oh, and the sister that she added?
Yeah. I mean, they met her a few times, actually. Yeah, because she came to Thanksgiving.
What?
Yeah.
That's a part of the soft launch? That's wild.
Yeah, we were dating for like 2 months. It was great.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, this would be great. So then she came to Thanksgiving, and she came to my cousin's wedding. That's where I got that turtleneck.
Right, yeah.
And that's when I posted myself as a rock, and then she got mad.
Yeah, and then she left you, and then added her sister.
Yeah. Fucking weird. Relationships, I do not understand.
I hope she comes back. I liked her.
I liked her until she shifted. Yeah. She literally became a different person.
And then just removed you.
Hey, I'll be nonchalant, dude. In a few weeks, I'm going to be like, so guess who came over?
Yeah. Just be a guest on the podcast. Look who it is.
I mean, I live on my own now. So
that's true. Yeah, you don't live with a wild roommate.
I don't live with a wild roommate. Or right before we broke up, I moved back in home with my parents.
Hot.
So then that was definitely probably a thing. Like, he has a DUI, he lives with his parents.
I don't think I'm gonna hitch my horse to this.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta get the fuck out.
Too many broken
Maybe
wheels.
Maybe she was like, I'm gonna give him a few years to get his shit together.
And look at you now.
Don't have my shit together.
But your podcast, 2 years old now.
Yeah, my podcast is 2 years old. I have a part-time job at a bar. I'm in school.
Just dropped a class again.
Yeah. YouTube's going well.
YouTube, yeah, it's there. Podcast exists.
I'm busy. Yeah.
I hope something comes from that.
It would be nice if they did, but it's funny to me.
Yeah, just
like I'm not gonna. I think that's the thing is I don't.
No, you're
it's the nonchalant.
Yeah, you're the secreting it. It's out there now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but I think it's time for a new segment.
Moist Crime. Welcome back to Murky, Offensive, Investigated, Shocking Truths, Criminal Revelations, and Macabre Environments, also known as Moist Crimes.
What the fuck back with did you just say?
Local true crime news.
Nice, you're a true crime podcast.
For a little bit.
Well, you like weird shit, so.
So I recently sat down with my dad and he told me about just some of the wild, because my dad works with the police.
Yeah, he's a detective.
Yeah, but he told me about some of the wild shit that's been going on around here.
Oh, in Des Moines, yeah.
Yeah, and one of them is, so where I live in town is a particular part, but I'm not far from Whole Avenue.
Yeah.
Where recently a massage parlor got busted for
jerk off.
Happy endings.
Yes.
I think it's a full on sex at the place. Yeah. I'll have to find out some more news about it. I'll let you know.
So
no, literally up the street to the left.
Is that it's illegal?
Yes.
Because it's prostitution?
Yeah, it's also human trafficking to bring them here for that.
Oh, shit. That's what it is?
That's what she was arrested for.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a madame, too. It's pretty interesting.
So, these fellas go and pay and then sleep with people that don't speak English?
I think so, because it was an Asian massage parlor.
God.
Yep. Woman charged with human trafficking at Des Moines massage parlor. 3 victims rescued. Fucking wild. So right up the street.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Have you ever been curious though about one of those massage parlors?
I don't like the idea of getting a massage, let alone tugged. Like,
yeah, that's true. Because I feel like a massage is. I mean, I like getting a massage like intimate, like when I'm with a girl or something.
Sure,
and then it gets sexual. But like, I feel like it'd be so weird. And then like you're just relaxing, and then you're soft.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just start.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like they would do it aggressively.
No, they said they start with a little tickle, or they say like down here. Apparently that's the move, is that they just kind of move close and they're like, is this a spot that needs attention? And then you to get the feel.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. I mean, I think I would enjoy it, but I don't know if I'd pay for it.
I think you have to pay for it.
No, but like that's why I wouldn't do it.
Oh,
you know?
sure.
Like,
so like if let's say prostitution was legal and I was single, I have zero issue with that.
Yeah.
Because also that
means, and if they weren't trafficked.
Because that's the idea.
If they were actually paid
and like wanted to do this, because like the idea of wanting to do that, no shame in the game.
Yeah.
Because also like if you don't care about sex, then it's just a workout for you. Fine, get a workout in and get paid for it.
That's
Hell yeah.
dope. I mean, yeah, I'm intrigued. Like, is that something that is like would be legal in like the red light district
of
like a
different
massage?
Countries? Yeah,
yeah, like in Amsterdam or something.
Yeah,
they probably have a massage parlor that does that.
I don't know if they have the 2-in-1,
but they just
you can probably just go to one or the other.
Yeah, you just go and have sex.
But also like a 2-in-1 you think would be nice.
Yeah.
Like if you gotta, I mean, I think there's places where it's like a full spa and stuff, and then you get to have sex at the end.
That would be a great day.
Yeah, like I think that's like
a treat yourself day.
Like that's like things like office buddies do together, like when they travel to like those places or like sketchy people.
But I don't know if I'd do it with like office buddies.
Well, I mean, you're not in the same room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's true. And then you go, what kind of big girl do you have? I feel like that's like so many movie tropes, or like
that's a lot of like why people movies go to Europe is for that kind of shit, especially in Amsterdam. Yeah,
and then it becomes the movie Hostel.
That's literally how Hostel is. I think is that they sleep with some prostitutes that end up murdering you.
Yeah, that movie's terrifying.
It's also I think that's a thing in Europe that a lot of times like if you go to like a smaller like kind of like rougher country or you're in a rougher area and there's a nightclub, basically all the women there are prostitutes. But also.
Yeah.
Pay them.
Yeah.
Good for you.
If it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll fake having a good time no matter what.
It is.
I'm very pro prostitution.
Well, also, that's what strippers are nice to you because they're getting paid, you know?
Yeah. You just don't fall in love with them.
That's the thing is you fall in love with fake happiness or fake.
And it's your fault.
It's fake attention that you're buying. But that's insane. That fucking place. I don't even know where that massage parlor is, but Whole Avenue.
Yeah.
We've walked there.
Yeah.
From your house.
Not far at all.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's prostitution there. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Well, yes, my dad let me know that they brought that down recently. I was like, all right.
How do they, like, I'm curious how something like that gets tipped off.
I think people send testers in to massage parlors constantly.
Oh, really?
Yep. And just see how they go. So I think it was like 3 of them were brought down in the area recently.
Damn.
Yeah.
So like you actually have to, if you're like a police undercover, you have to like go fully through it.
No, it's just you see if they start it and then you investigate.
And then you go, oh, she touched my dick.
Yep.
Calling backup.
Just like bust through all right then and there.
I mean, dude, I've been watching a lot of Reno 911.
Yeah.
They do a couple like stings operations like that. And it always goes bad for them because they're idiots. But that is funny. They set up cameras but that's fucking wild. Like I know that stuff happens, but I didn't realize that it was happening here.
Yeah.
I guess it does happen everywhere. And also like that's such a common, I feel like it's so common.
It's like stereotypical. Like you think
it's so stereotypical.
Like
so why would you do it?
That's the joke at those places. Yeah. But yeah, they still do it because it's like, it's there for a reason.
Oh my God. And how long does a place like that last?
And also how much you charge?
Yeah. Cause you pay up front probably or pay after. So then do you pay extra?
Or is that like part of it?
Yeah, because there's no way
you're not allowed to say it. Ever,
yeah, and there's no way you're going in and just being like $20 for a massage. It's got to be like 60 or something.
I think it was 60 for this.
Oh damn! See, that seems like
that's still not a lot. If it's not, because like I'm not sure.
Full body massage.
I'm not sure if it's happy ending or if it's like full on.
What the hell, dude? That's so fucking weird.
They also found $80,000 was seized.
Yeah, because I guess if it's illegal, all that profit
you have to like
launder it.
Yeah, launder it back in the system, like claim. But also the idea of massages is to like document massages, it's just hours marked because it's all labor.
Yeah.
So you think you could just say that you're super busy with labor all the time. Maybe that's where they kind of do more investigations too.
because they're like,
see what the numbers
this guy's
say.
really busy.
Yeah.
This place is really busy. But also,
But
do
no
those types
one's-
of places get tips?
I don't know.
So then that's...
I mean, but I think the girls doing it don't get tips.
Oh, yeah. So then I think they probably offer tips, and then people can just pocket that money.
Well, or they just add it to the thing to get laundered
dude.
in. Yeah.
Fucking...
Isn't that interesting?
Human
that it's
trafficking?
right around here, yeah.
God, human
Cannot escape it.
That's... Human trafficking is scary.
I know.
Like, they literally just capture people and then just put them in the...
I'm so happy. I'm just like an average looking dude. No worries.
Well, I have a kind face and I'm attractive.
That's
I
true,
guess.
yeah.
I better
She would have
watch out.
taken you.
Dude, but that's... I don't understand how that works. Like, do they, like, drug them for, like, that kind of, like, human trafficking? And then...
I mean, like, when you hear about it, like, at, like, a resort and people go missing, that's, I think, kind of more what
But then how do they force them to give massages?
Well, that's where they bring them in from the other country more so, and to here, and they're like, this is what you got to do.
And then they're just like, okay.
I mean, I think it's just, you got to do it. You're here now. What else are you
You're
going to
in
do?
America. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I feel like they got to get paid a little bit, Dan.
You think so? Or like you'd have to get like the paperwork for them to live here?
Yeah,
Maybe
that seems like...
Or
yeah,
just nobody technically knows they live here.
what the fuck?
Right, yeah.
What the fuck? And that happened down the street?
Yeah.
We probably recorded this podcast in a van drove by.
Yeah, or just someone's getting jerked over.
Someone's getting jerked fucking a block away, 2 blocks away.
Because
Oh my God.
I could see that just being nice, especially if it's just you get jerked. Like a full body massage ending with that. Like,
You would feel so relaxed.
yeah, like you are.
Yeah,
like,
if that was allowed.
Think
yeah.
of that, and then you could take like a half-hour nap.
Oh, yeah.
That would be worth a lot of money.
That would be great. Yeah, that
But
would...
like have that legal, and the girl is fine with it.
Yeah, if it was legal and they were and they wanted to
No
do
issue,
it,
yeah.
it
Then
would be fine.
Great business.
And then I would be like, okay, I'll treat myself today.
Sunday afternoon, yeah.
Sunday afternoon, having a great day. That's a Tuesday afternoon for me, dude. Had a shitty Monday, not feeling it going into the work.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
That's
need
just
a
Tuesdays are
little
free.
upper.
God, that's scary, dude.
I know.
Ugh.
So be careful out there
Yeah, don't get caught.
doing any of that, I guess.
Well, I have a story that kind of relates to that.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Not to human trafficking.
Okay.
And not to massages, but the third one.
Crime?
No.
Oh, jerking it.
Jerking it.
There we go.
I saved it for the end just so people wouldn't click off. But I got to tell you about the day that Satan won.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So a few episodes ago, we talked about in Jesus is an NPC.
Yep.
We talked about exorcisms and how if you're going to watch porn, think of the devil, think of God on the cross.
Yeah.
Instead.
Jesus on the cross. Yeah. Because he died for your sins, which means you shouldn't commit them anymore. I don't understand.
It doesn't
that.
make sense.
No.
So I got to pull up my notes so I can remember exactly what happened. Because this happened. So we did that episode, and then it was a few days later. You know, I hadn't done that in a
Good.
few days.
Yeah,
you know,
were abstinent.
so abstinence or whatever. So one morning I woke up and I was like, not feeling it. This is before I got a job and before school started. So I was
Right.
still doing nothing. So I was like, not really feeling it. I was trying to get some editing done, but I wasn't really motivated. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take care of myself
Yeah. Treat yourself.
and then probably take a nap.
Sure.
Because that's,
Yeah.
that's what
Yep.
I do. So I went and go laid on my couch and I could hear that they were working on construction, like on the pool outside.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then they started listening to music, and I was like, oh, that's fine. I used to work construction. I will always listen to music. But as I'm laying on the couch, scrolling through Reddit, like getting ready,
Yeah.
I notice the music.
Yeah.
It's not normal, like construction music. It's Christian worship music
Weird.
blaring in an apartment complex.
That's wild.
Yes.
Like you can't
Dude.
tell them not to listen to that kind of music, I guess.
Yeah, because but dude, it was like worship.
The pool boys were listening to worship music.
Yeah, like literally songs I would have sang in my Lutheran church growing up. Like I wrote down some of the lyrics. It was like slow songs. Like this is what the lyrics were going.
Well, you're just slow jerking,
Yeah, I was like prepping.
Yeah.
you know, like starting to look.
smacking it around.
But then it goes, my God, you are my God.
You're about to scream that. Yeah.
Light in the darkness. No one is like you. My God, that is who you are. And this
Also,
dude,
horrible lyrics.
yeah. But this was like a slow worship song, and it was like very like chanty, like
Yeah.
my God. I ain't recognized the song,
Yeah.
but like, dude, it was going on.
Like the newsboys pop up.
I don't know. I don't think it was the Newsboys, but I do remember listening to them. But it was playing nonstop, blaring. Like I could hear it through my walls. And I live on the 3rd floor, so it was going up and coming in. Yeah. So I was literally laying there about to jerk off, and then God started talking to me.
Yeah, you could see the face of
this is like
Jesus.
I literally had a
come to Jesus moment.
Come to Jesus moment.
Don't come Jesus moment.
Yeah, dude. We had just talked about this, and another lyric was, "I worship you, my God. That is who you are." Dude.
Robert, put your hand down.
It literally felt like a sign. Like I was like, this is a sign if he's real.
Sure.
But also, this is a really wild coincidence.
But also, you've got better things to do than what I'm doing right now. This is not the worst thing happening in the world.
But also, I was like, I should have been doing freelance editing, or I should have been being productive. But no, instead I was like, it's 11:30 a.m. like on a Tuesday
Idle
or
hands
something.
The devil's playthings.
Playground. Yeah, exactly. So that was the day Satan won, because guess what?
You fought through?
I fought through, baby.
Like a real patriot.
I fought through. I ain't gonna let God stop me.
Nope.
Not this time. Yeah, so I fought through. I eventually just was like, I'm gonna find something with audio.
Sure, yeah. So blare out the Christian music.
Blare out but it was still playing.
Sure. You're just fighting it.
And it was like one of those songs that just, I felt like the song never ended.
Yeah.
Like it just kept going.
Just like their face.
So then it just never stops. Mm-hmm. So then I finished, and then I was like, well, I'm going to take a nap. And as I'm laying there taking a nap, fucking Christian music's playing. And I just keep hearing, my God, you're an awesome God.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, it was like that song.
God, I know that one. Yeah.
But it kept fucking repeating, dude. You are the light in the darkness. I was like, it was fucking... It was wild. I've never had like a sign before happen, and this felt like a sign.
But when you did not listen to it.
No, dude. Because I wasn't feeling it, dude.
Yeah.
I was feeling myself instead. I wasn't feeling Dave.
And God was watching.
But it was, I did not expect that at all. Why would you be listening to worship music while you're doing construction work?
Because that's something like where you shouldn't do that at work, because you assume not everybody is exactly that. My boss listens to worship music while we drive.
Oh my God.
So I just have headphones in on the back.
Yeah, but this is blaring in the center of a apartment complex where I'm on the 3rd floor, so everybody in the apartment complex could hear it.
Definitely hear if you could hear, yeah.
And I could hear it clearly.
Because that's one where, like, imagine if it was like Islamic music, they would not be okay with like that kind of thing.
But what's the difference?
Well, no, I'm saying, but like that's like something that Christians can get away with too, though.
That's fucked up. I'd much rather it be that.
Sure.
But it was literally it was literally being like, my God, you're an awesome God. It's slowly fading into, my God. like it was kind of funny, dude.
Because I
had to crank it both ways.
Crank it, yeah.
Yeah, volume but yeah, I literally felt like Satan won that day. He got in me.
Yeah.
And it felt so weird because it was like we recorded the podcast on Monday, and it was like Wednesday maybe, so like 2 days.
And you were actively fighting faith.
Yeah, and I actively fucking defeated it.
Yep.
Let's
and
go.
Then took your nap.
Yep. And then I had a great day, and then it turned around.
There you go.
So
thanks, Satan.
Then I got a job.
That's true.
So thank you, Satan.
Yeah.
I feel weird saying that, actually.
This was the Moist Monday podcast.
Kind of all over the board.
Yeah.
We had a lot going on. I feel like I had a lot going on.
You sure do, bud.
I had a lot of stories. I was excited to tell you that one because that's just wild. That's
a Moist Monday classic, yeah.
It feels like it's made up, but it's 100%.
It's just you were fighting it actively.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan commented on that episode and was like, "Well, now I'm going to picture him on the cross when I'm on Pornhub."
Good.
Listen to worship music. Listen to worship music. But this has been the Moist Monday podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you had a great freaking great freaking June.
Hopefully you took away a lot from this.
Yeah, hopefully you learned a lesson or two.
Don't buy green apple Powerade.
And if worship music's playing,
fight through it. You're better than that.
Yeah, you can stand up to God.
You still can.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, Moist Monday Podcast. Send us an email, moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com. I'd really freaking appreciate it. Make sure you watch Saltburn.
See what that's about.
I don't know if I'm going to like it.
I don't think so. Maybe it's artistic, though. I think
but sometimes it's artistic and it's like, but it's not good.
That's true. It's got like a 7, I think, on IMDb. So not bad.
Not bad. Total Recall is like 7.1, I think. 7.3.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, can't wait for that. while you're at it, subscribe to us on YouTube. We do have faces. Follow us on Instagram. We're just 5 stars on all the podcast apps.
Spotify and Apple, yeah.
Freaking get to it, and hopefully you have a great freaking June.
Yeah, get prideful, keep it moist out there.
Yeah, keep it moist. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bud.
Bye, everybody.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.
Oh man, check out that thing, man.
What do you want to do with it?
Let's launch over it.
Who wants a body massage?
What did he just say to us?
Low. Mr. Body Massage Machine. Gone.
What the hell?
Body massage.
G.I. Joe!